Hi guys, my name is Tracy. Today I'm going to discuss Office Mix. Office Mix is really cool, especially if you're really into PowerPoints. It's a great way to make your PowerPoints interactive. Okay, what is Office Mix? Office Mix is a free add-in for PowerPoint. Its main purpose is for you to create interactive presentations using Microsoft PowerPoint. You can insert a video, you can insert audio, you can write on your presentations, like I'm writing on it now, like I'm talking. Um, you could you can also create a video, you can insert quizzes, you can do polls, you can do screen recording, screenshots, anything that's going to make your presentation come alive and just make it fun and exciting for children. You can share your PowerPoint mix, you can create a video, you can share it with anybody, you can see who's watching your PowerPoint mix, and you can get analytics from it. So it gives you great information. More and more educators are using Office Mix to flip their classrooms. What is flipping your classroom? Basically, flipping your classroom is an instructional strategy and a type of blended learning that reverses the traditional learning environment. In the past, teaching was more direct, teacher led, the teacher did everything. Now, it's not like that anymore. It's more student directed. And that's what basically flipping your classroom is. It's learning using online methods. In a flipped classroom, students watch online lectures, they collaborate in online discussions, they carry out research at home, and sometimes they engage in concepts in the classroom as well as outside the classrooms with the guidance of their teacher. One way that this is so cool is the fact that if you're going to be absent, you can create a PowerPoint, you can add this a mix to it, and basically you're teaching your students what you wanted them to learn. So that way they will never miss anything. Never. Alright, let's learn Office Mix. If you notice that along here where there's file, home, insert, transitions, animations, review, view, format, those things are very familiar because it's just like PowerPoint. It's what you would use in PowerPoint. The only thing that's different is whenever you download Office Mix, you get another tab called Mix. And this is what you use to add all of the life to your presentation. Here is where you go to recording. This is where you go to add quizzes and videos, screen recording, screenshot, insert video, insert audio, preview, upload to Office Mix, my mixes, all of the mixes you created, export to video. So at this point, you're creating the video. If you go here, you can publish it to Office 365 videos, or you can save it to your desktop. This is where I go to create my mix, send feedback, and this is where you go to get help. So it's very simple, very simple. When you want to record on the slide, this is the record button. This is the stop button. This is previous slide. Add animation to the previous slide here. Add animation to the next slide here. Then you can go to the next slide here. Then you can preview what you've just recorded, or you can edit your recording, and then here you can see notes. Here is where you go to select audio and video. Oh my. Here is where you can do a thumbnail, which your video will show in the corner of your screen, or you could change it to full screen where your video will appear in the full screen of your PowerPoint. This is where you go to turn the webcam off or on. And here is where you go to change your microphone. This is where you go to change the color of your ink. And then here is where you choose to do full screen, or you can close it. Alright, here is where you go to create your mix slide recording. This is where you go to insert quizzes, videos. This is where you go to do screen recording. This is where you go to do screenshots, insert a video, insert audio, preview, upload mix to Office Mix, and then you have your set of mixes. Turn your Office Mix into a video. You can publish it to Office Mix 0365, and this is where you go to create the mix. Okay, you can screenshot any window that's open on your desktop using the screenshot feature. All you do is select screenshot, then you select screen clipping, and then you switch to the window with the information you need. Select the area you want by dragging your cursor over the area. The screen clipping will automatically appear in your mix. You can also insert audio and video. To insert audio and video from your computer, you click on video or audio insert, and then you locate the file that you want, and then you insert the file into your presentation. The process is very simple. Alright guys, let's talk about what we learned so far. So basically, Office Mix is an add-on that you use with PowerPoints. You can create the mix using your old PowerPoints. All you have to do is upload them to PowerPoint, the new version of PowerPoint, and then you can create the mix. If I would be in the classroom and I would have to miss school, I would definitely create a PowerPoint and add and use the add-on Office Mix. I think it's simple, it's easy, it's beneficial. You can insert yourself talking to your students. I mean, everything is there. Everything you would do as a teacher, you can record. So that's a great tool. It's a great asset to have. Record. Good morning, guys. Today we're practicing for iLeap. Today's objectives are: I can explain the function of conjunctions, prepositions, and interjections in general and their function in particular sentences. I can also identify the different parts of speech in sentences. Okay, let's look at prepositions. Okay. Remember, a preposition is a word that relates a noun or pronoun to another word in a sentence. There are many common prepositions. I have listed some for you in case you need to go back and look over them. But these are the common prepositions that most people use. Okay? What is a prepositional phrase? A prepositional phrase can be at the beginning of the sentence, in the middle of the sentence, or at the end of the sentence. Remember that you always have to place a comma after the prepositional phrase when it's at the beginning of the sentence. A prepositional phrase is a group of words that does not have a subject and a predicate. A preposition is at the beginning of the phrase, and a noun or pronoun is at the end of the phrase. Object of the preposition is what it's called. Let's look at this sentence. Okay, we have this sentence right here. The sentence reads, in the shade, you can still get a sunburn. The preposition is in. My prepositional phrase is in the shade. And then I had a comma after shade. And then my object of the preposition is shade. Interjections. So the next thing we're talking about is interjections. Okay? An interjection is a word or a group of words that expresses strong emotion. It is separated from the rest of the sentence, either with a comma or an exclamation point. The first example I show you says, gee, sunscreen can protect our skin. So my interjection is G. And if you notice, there's a comma separating G and sunscreen. The next sentence says, yuck, I hate the smell. Our interjection is yuck. And then we have an exclamation point. It's showing expression. Yuck, I hate the smell. Okay? Okay, guys, we're going to talk about prepositions and interjections. We're going to see what you remember. It says write the prepositional phrase or the interjection in each sentence. Okay? The first sentence says, after a sunburn, our skin is tender. Number 2, before outdoor activity, put on sunscreen. Number 3, oh, wear a hat to protect the skin too. Number 4, why Darla applies sunscreen before you play tennis. And number 5, on hot days, wear white. Now let's review conjunctions. Remember, a conjunction is a word used to connect words or group of words. Remember, there are two types of conjunctions we are going to focus on: coordinating and subordinating conjunctions. Those are the two types of conjunctions we are going to focus on today. Remember, guys, this is a review. This is something that we've learned. We're just reviewing basic skills for the LEAP test. So remember, a coordinating conjunction connects independent parts or clauses that have equal importance in a sentence. And, but, and are coordinating conjunctions. Okay? So my sentence says, would you like a scavenger hunt or a long hike? Okay? Or is my conjunction. The scavenger hunt sounds like fun, but I would like to hike. And then the last one. To begin the hunt, walk to the bridge and look for a message. And then my conjunction is and. Would you like a scavenger hunt or a long hike? It's giving you a choice. That's why you have or. The scavenger hunt sounds like fun, but I would like to hike. I want to do this, but I want to do something else. And then to begin the hunt, you have to do walk on the bridge, and then you have to look for the message. So that's what it means. All right, the next topic is still conjunctions, but this time we're talking about subordinating conjunction. This is where two clauses or groups of words join to make one dependent on the other. The clause that this conjunction introduces is said to be dependent because it cannot stand alone by itself as a complete sentence. After, I'm right here, after, although, as, because, before, since, so, until, when, and whenever are all subordinating conjunctions. So let's look at our sentences. The first sentence says, the counselors led activities until it was time for lunch. The subordinating conjunction is until, okay? Because we have the counselors led activities. When did they leave the activities? Until it was time for lunch. Until it was time for lunch cannot stand alone. It doesn't make sense as a complete sentence. Um, After, the next sentence, after we set up our tents, the campfire meeting will start. So our subordinating conjunction is after the clause, after we set up our tents. What about that? There's nothing, this phrase cannot stand alone. So you need the campfire meeting will start after we set up our tents, or you could say After we set up our tents, the campfire meeting will start. All right, let's practice conjunctions. You have to identify the conjunction in each sentence by writing it. Okay, so you can take a few minutes to write it in your notebook, jot it down on a piece of paper. Then number 1 says, Whitney likes gardening because it is relaxing. The conjunction would be because. I help her since I enjoy gardening too. The conjunction would be since. We put on gloves before we start. The conjunction would be before. After we plant the seeds, we pat the soil. The conjunction would be after. Number 5, when we are done, we water the seeds. The conjunction would be when. Okay? Now, you need to write a sentence using the conjunction. I want you to circle the conjunction you used in the sentence. Take a few minutes to do that. Okay, let's review the parts of speech. This is what I want you to turn into a quiz grade. So on an index card, you are going to write the part of speech for all of the words, and then you're going to write the subject and the predicate parts of the sentence. Okay? If you have any questions, which you really shouldn't because you've done this all before. So y'all have a great day, guys. See y'all tomorrow.